It's what I thought it was. This I knew it was going to be a draw. I knew it was going to be a draw. I predicted. I thought it was going to be a 1-1, but fair enough. And I've just got like a few things to say. I think first of all, for Napoli now, don't be fooled. I like how Napoli play. It's very attractive. They keep the ball in the ground. I love their movements. I love the way that they pass the ball. But as I was seeing that game, yes, they came close twice where Handanovic produced like two amazing saves. But I knew that they were never going to score because it goes to the same thing that I've been trying to teach people over the few years that I've been doing the football hot, which is that you need a striker. You cannot put out a football team without a striker. What Spain and Barcelona did, okay, fair enough. That's them, but not everybody is Spain because that's just nuevo football. That's avant-garde football. They're missing Milik, and I think what you saw was Inter Milan are a very good defensive team. I think they've always conceded five Gs in the eight games that they have, and two of those came in one game against AC Milan. So you're looking at a team who you know that these guys are extremely good defensively. So the issue is that you had people like Insigne and Mertens who are very small, trying to weave their way through. Now they are very skillful people. They are very tricky and they've got very good dribbling. But it's too much of an ask to allow them to get past three very physical, much taller, much stronger players. So what you were having was Mertens or Insigne having to weave through, or Insigne or Hampton having to play balls in from deep. So Inter Milan they sourced that out, and it was very easy for them to defend. And as for Inter Milan, why is Eder on the bench? Do you really need that extra midfielder? Was that extra midfielder really needed? Because now they control the midfield so much that do you really need that extra midfielder? Because whereas if you had Eder to support Icardi, whenever you broke away, you now have two central targets to attack with in the central attacking area, because Icardi, he literally had nothing. He had nothing to play with. He had nothing to contend with, and he had Candreva, who was trying to cross from flipping Mexico, and Perisic was hardly even in the game. He didn't even do anything. So Icardi needed somebody to play off of to actually have more touches on the ball and more touches in dangerous areas, and I think Eder would have allowed that. So I think for Spalletti, he should have really had Eder and Icardi in there, but I understand what he was trying to do. He was trying to pretty much condense the midfield to stop Napoli, but he didn't really stop it because Napoli had so much domination that you might as well have played another striker in there. So I think, with that being said, I just think for Napoli, I would advise in January that they buy a striker. I would really advise that if Milik is really going to be out for a long time, or if he goes down, this happens, you need a backup striker to support this. So, I mean, isn't it Gabbiadini that they sold or loaned out to Southampton? Why did they do that? I have no idea. So, yeah, Napoli, you need a strike, you need a strike, you need a strike. I mean, you cannot operate like that. You can beat the other Serie A teams down there, but I don't think you can play like this against Juventus or against Napoli, who are very good, tough defensive teams, so, or even against like a Lazio. And for Inter Milan, yeah, man, you need to play Eder with them. Then I think Candreva needs to be told that, mates, you can dribble. You don't have to cross every time you have the ball. You can actually stop, think about it, and actually try and weave through and actually maybe play similar to how Mertens and thinking plays. Play as another, because it's good that you're trying to cross, but you've got to vary it because he was too predictable, because it was every time just run, then cross, run, cross, hold the ball up, weave through, try and dribble, try and move with the ball, try and cut in on the inside, going on the inside, going in on the outside. Vary your play, because therefore it makes it harder for the left back marking you to try and stop him. Yeah, man, fair enough. But I think, look, man, it's a great result for Juventus and Lazio, who played tomorrow, because they could pretty much close that gap.